Hi and good evening everyone. My name is Praveen. I have co-joined with Prashant on this mini project and our mini project entitled as Automatic Washroom Light. As the introduction, this mini project explains how automatic washroom lighting system works, the components required and the connections. It also explains the importance of it. The main idea of the project executed in multi-sim software was to demonstrate on how energy can be conserved from not being wasted unnecessarily. Practicing the reduction of the quantity of energy used is essential. It may be attained through efficient energy use. In this case, energy use is decreased at the same time getting a same outcome as a result. Environment is protected in the same time. Therefore, implementing the ways of conserving energy by implanting automatic lighting system at every household was the idea of this mini project done. The only constraint faced was to estimate on how the project can be efficiently marketed for the benefit of all utilizing the technology for prosperity, for energy conservation and environmental awareness. The purpose and objective of our mini project. The main purpose of the mini project conducted was to demonstrate on how a washroom light system works and to introduce the washroom light systems circuit design using multi-sim software simulation. The result was verified and shown after running interactive simulation in multi-sim.
The methodology. I am Prashant here, will be presenting to you the procedure of our mini project. Firstly, total of 7 resistors consists of R1 till R7, 2 capacitors C1 and C2, 1 op-amp, 1 timer, 1 lamp, VCC ground and SPST switch components were assembled in the worksheet of the multi-sim software where the value specification of the components were listed in the list of components below. I'll be explaining it in a while. And for the second procedure is R1 and R2 was connected with switch and the negative side of the op-amp. Then R3 and R4 was connected with R3 on the positive side of the op-amp, continued by R5 and R6 was connected to op-amp output and the trigger of the timer. R7 and C2 was connected to each other, where R7 and C1 was connected to the threshold and command of the timer respectively. The Ds of the timer was connected to R7 as well. Then the lamp was connected with the output of the timer. Finally, the entire circuit was completed by connecting to VCC for power supply and ground. All the listed components were ensured to be completely connected without leaving any short circuit. As I told, this is the list of the components where R1 consists of 70k ohms, R2 10k ohms, R3 50k ohms, R4 22k ohms, R5 10k ohms, R6 and R7 10k ohms, C1 with 470 the value of it and C2 with 0.01. Op-amp, the type of op-amp used was LM741 and the type of timer used was IC555 and the lamp used was the virtual lamp 12V lamp. Here's the results that we have gotten. So the figure 1.1 shows the circuit, the entire completed circuit of before simulation where switch is closed and the lamp is off. This clearly demonstrates that when the washroom door is closed, the switch got automatically closed and the washroom light will be off. Next will be the figure 1.2 after simulation where the switch is open and the lamp is on. So basically this figure 1.2 shows the switch is open resulting the lamp to on. This scenario explains that when the washroom door is opened, the switch is placed in a manner where it gets open to ensuring the lamp is on due to the current flow through the lamp. This process of automatic washroom light system ensures energy is conserved where energy will be only used when a washroom is used by a user. Here I would like to highlight the automatic washroom light system detailed circuit operation. Here's the discussion that we have written. The switch is placed on the wall in a such way that when the door is opened by pushing it completely towards the wall, the normally closed switch gets opened when the door touches the wall. So that's the entire scenario will be happening. And the op-amp used here works as a comparator. When the switch is open, the inverting terminal gets connected to the 12V supply, 12 volt supply, and a voltage of approximately 4 volt is fed to the non-inverting terminal. Now the non-inverting terminal voltage being lesser than that at the inverting terminal, a logic pulse is generated at the output of the op-amp. This is fed to the inner IC input through a potential divider arrangement. The timer IC gets triggered with a low logic signal at its input and generates a high logical pulse at its output. Here, the timer works in a monostable mode. When the lamp receives this 12V signal, it glows. Similarly, when a person comes out of the washroom and closes the door, the switch gets back to its normal position and gets closed because the non-inverting terminal of the op-amp is at a higher voltage compared to the inverting terminal. The output of the op-amp is at a logic high. This fails to trigger the timer. Since there is no output from the timer, the lamp gets switched off. The resistor is used to resist the flow of current in the circuit. That's the function of the resistor used. It's more like a friction which restricts energy. Whereas the capacitor used, on the other hand, was to store electrical charge. It generally opposed the changes in current in electrical and electronic circuits.
Looking back into the advantages and disadvantages of using automatic washroom light system, there are several advantages which are conserve energy, environmental protection, significantly reduce utility bills, save money for a long run. On the disadvantage, consistent creation and marketing of the smart system product by a company consumes high amount of energy in accordance with the demand. Secondly, energy usage keep increasing due to the high growth of human population. Next is the high maintenance of the smart system. It is also depends on the brand and complexity of the system. Finally, it involves high maintenance costs. In conclusion, the automatic washroom light project was done to demonstrate on how efficiently it works for the benefit of mankind. The project shows on how practically it functions and how energy is conserved at its best. Hence, the demonstration on the workings of washroom light system was achieved and the washroom light system's entire circuit design components involved using multi-sim software simulation was introduced, completely done and proven. Thank you.
Thank you. Therefore, hereby we would like to end with a message saying that conservation of energy is important for the growth and the benefits of the environment and the entire mankind. So thank you from us, Praveen and Prashant.
Yes, thank you, lecturers, and for all the guidance.
See you then. Bye.